I wanted to provide an oral explanation for what is already explained in written form in both the syllabus as well as the instructions for the Hurrier Model post. One thing that I want you to understand about all the posts that you place on WebCT that are the weekly assignments, they are attendance posts. Every week there is an attendance post. It is your record that you were present in class that week. And so if you don't make an attendance post, it means that you have an unexcused absence documented for that week. And all unexcused absences have an impact on your final grade. I want to emphasize that right now because I think that most of you are doing an excellent job with your post. There are a couple people that could improve upon their attendance post. However, there are a small margin of people that need to ensure that they are actually posting their attendance post to the assignments. If you are having a problem with this in any way, shape, or form, you need to make an appointment with me because we need to get that solved ASAP. And I have already talked to a number of students in my online classes, and I have worked them through the process of making sure they're posting appropriately. Also, though, in addition to attendance posts, you have some posts that are graded. We began last week the Hurrier Model post. It's a multi-part assignment which looks at the various parts of the Hurrier model and has you making applications. Now, what you do is you submit part 1 the week part 1's due, part 2 the week part 2's due, and so on. When you submit part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, that is your attendance post for that week. You submit them individually. When you reach the final week where you submit the final part of the Hurrier model, it's not only an attendance post that week, it is also the graded activity. What you do is you gather together all the previous posts from the Hurrier model, which hopefully you've saved in a Word document. You go back through and you make final edits. That is, maybe you had an answer that wasn't well worded, so you go back and you fix the wording. Or maybe you had some grammatical problems. Maybe you had some spelling difficulties, and so you need to make some changes. Or maybe you need to go back and add additional material because you didn't develop out the post very well. So you have the opportunity to do that when you turn in the final version with the final post. So when you make the final post, you actually turn in each part of the Hurrier model assignment all at once, and that is what you are graded on. So therefore, if you only turned in the final part for your final post, you've missed out on a grade for all the previous parts as well. I wanted to make that clear because I was hoping that in written form it was clear, but not certain that it was. If you have any questions in regard to assignments in the class, I really want to make sure that I help you, that you understand, that it's clear. And if it's not, let me make those clarifications to you by having you contact me by phone, by email, or face-to-face, whatever it takes, okay? And I want to make sure that you're on the right track. I've already began to grade the part 1s of the Hurrier model in terms of making sure that I see that the attendance posts are made, and I'm looking to see if there's any major problems with the post so that I can give you feedback, because you have an opportunity to make changes before the final version is turned in. So I'm already starting to do that, reading through them, and I have to say that most of them are excellent. There are a few people that didn't turn them in. There are a couple people that emailed them to me that had trouble posting them. So hopefully you're doing a good job, you're right on track, but if you aren't, or if you have questions, the message here is to contact me. If you're trying to recognize the key important message in order to remember it, it's contact me, okay? So I'll be seeing you online.